Okay, a little late on this. I've already played through the story, so this video will likely pertain to story spoilers, because there is literally 0% chance of me uploading this after the fact of getting the story edited. I haven't even started editing that yet, because I've got other videos I want to be in being progressively released before I get that done.
She's a memo keeper of the Garden of Recollection, a mysterious and elegant soothsayer. With a warm smile, she patiently absorbs the words of others, entering their memories to seize the information she requires. Driven in her pursuit of unique memories, her motivations are nevertheless difficult to glean.
Glowing gold and
Meet
black,
the star
nice.
Today's Keeping Up with Star Rail, Black Swan.
Hell yeah. Now who's going to be the one talking about her?
In today's episode,
Sparkle.
we've invited a special guest who claims to be privy to gossip from across
The music was what gave it away.
Hey,
Chaos.
I'm Sampo's good friend, Sparkle.
Hello, security!
Hey, come on, I'm a huge Owlbert fan. It took me ages to get here. Don't kick me out already. Please.
Playing to ego, Jesus.
Plus, I'm a huge Black Swan fan, too. I know everything there is to know. With
Do you
your
now?
super hosting and my super knowledge, this program's gonna rock.
Super hosting.
Chaos. Chaos is inbound.
Hello? What do you need?
2 cappuccinos, thank you.
Look at that face. Whoa.
As a professional super host, it's my duty to give the fans what they want. So, Miss Sparkle, you've got yourself a deal.
I would not accept it. Flawed deal. You need the written contract.
Soothsayer excels in harnessing the power of the remembrance to manipulate her enemies' destinies.
Whoa, amazing.
When using her basic attack, Black Swan deals wind damage to the target
Arcana
enemy based on her
affliction
attack,
chances.
with a chance to inflict the attack target with 1 stack of Arcana.
Yep.
Moreover, when Black Swan hits
I'm
enemies
getting
suffering
familiar
from
with
wind,
using
sheer
her.
bleed, burn, or shock, there's a separate chance of further inflicting 1 additional stack of Arcana on the target. At the start of each turn, each enemy target has a chance to be afflicted by a stack of Arcana for every instance of damage
Indeed.
over time sustained. After unlocking a specific trace, if the target receives DOT during an attack from an ally, there's a chance for the target to be inflicted with 1 stack of Arcana, with a limit to the
Indeed.
number of stacks per attack.
Mr. Owlbert, can you tell me what this Arcana is used for?
Brilliant question, Miss
More
Sparkle.
damage.
Arcana definitely has its uses. When afflicted by Arcana, enemy targets will receive wind damage over time that's equal to a percentage of Black Swan's attack power at the start of each turn.
It's also a
Each
separate
of Arcana
stack.
slightly increases the damage multiplier, which is then reset to 1 stack. Also, at the beginning of an enemy's turn, when Arcana causes damage, Black Swan will trigger additional effects
Yep.
that are stackable based upon the number of Arcana stacks. For example, it inflicts wind damage over time to adjacent enemies equal to a certain percentage of Black Swan's attack, and has a chance of inflicting 1 stack of Arcana. Plus, the damage over time inflicted this time ignores a certain percentage of enemy defense.
Fantastic. Another layer of complexity. Just what I needed.
What?
Being able to explain complex topics is what you excel at, Owlbert.
That's right.
Just absolutely stroking the ego.
Her attack to the target enemy and adjacent targets. This
We
also
know
exists to
Sparkle's
inflict each enemy
underhanded
with
though.
1
What
stack of
happened at the end of the
Arcana
story?
and a chance of
God.
reducing their defense for a set number of turns. After unlocking a specific trace, when Black Swan's skill hits an enemy suffering from bleed, burn, or shock debuffs, each one has a respective chance of inflicting an extra stack of Arcana on them.
Yep.
Oh, look at her, the mastermind of odds, treating combat like a simple card trick. She's really awesome.
That face.
During exploration, when Black Swan uses her technique and enters combat, there's a chance that each single target will
Is it just
succumb
me
to
as well,
1
or is the
stack of
dinosaur
Arcana?
boss really
The target
weak?
suffering from Arcana
That
will
enemy
be
just
repeatedly judged to
dies
determine whether
so
or not they'll be
easy to
inflicted again.
DOT.
This
It's
is
not
repeated
even
until it
funny.
fails. The chance of re-inflicting Arcana reduces with each application.
Needs to do a little fortune telling before the fight, does she? Should we crown her the Queen of Foresight? Or just a buzzkill afraid of a little surprise?
Miss Sparkle,
Behave,
are
Mrs.
you really a fan of Black Swan?
Fanatic, fan, same difference. However, when it comes to you, Owlbert, I'm a real admirer. I've watched every episode you've ever made.
There's a few episodes better left forgotten. But for the Memo Keeper, it's the memories that cause pain which are the most formidable weapons. When using her ultimate, Black Swan inflicts epiphany upon all enemies for a set number of turns, and deals wind damage to them based on her own attack. While inflicting
The animation's still so
enemies take
cool,
increased
man.
damage during their turns. Moreover,
Yep.
enemies suffering from Arcana are deemed to be in a state of wind shear.
It's interesting
bleed,
as well
burn, and shock
that
as well.
despite this
While
girl
epiphany is in
costs
effect,
so much to get a
Arcana
roll
stats will
out,
not be reset after inflicting
you're
damage
better
on
off
each
just
turn.
having attack as the rope.
There is a maximum limit
There's
to
no
all
point in
offensive
increasing
effects
your
on the
energy
trigger.
regen because she gets a lot of extra trigger off of damage and
Lady
energy
Snorri
from
lost himself
her
before next meeting
DOTs.
with Black Swan.
The damage isn't worth
Seems
losing.
Like Miss Black Swan is running into trouble. Or
Not
perhaps
trouble,
she
it's
knew what was
weak.
coming all along.
Ooh, fight, fight!
We
Of
see
course,
Black
that's a
Swan use her
reaction.
skill, effectively using her traces to ensnare the enemy with several stacks
So
of
who's gonna
Arcana,
talk about
simultaneously
Sparkle then,
weakening their
Sampo?
defense.
Or
team
Black
launches an
Swan?
attack, inflicting a DOT debuff on the enemy.
Outnumbering them? You call that skill? Don't lose, Dream Jolt Troop!
No, but Black Swan appears unfazed by Miss Sparkle's comments and uses her ultimate right before the enemy's action, putting them into a state of epiphany. Ooh, looks like the chief's trying to set an example for his underlings by launching a counter-attack. Unaware that Black Swan's triggered Arcana on him, delivering a defense ignore and smackdown to them all. And thanks to Epiphany, Arcana stacks were not reset, allowing allies to capitalize with a follow-up attack. With enemies suffering damage over time, the stacks of Arcana keep rising higher and higher
Yep.
as a result of Black Swan's basic attacks. Finally, the burn, shock, and Arcana effects imposed on the enemy are triggered in succession, vanquishing yet again another enemy. All's well that ends well, and that's a wrap.
Boring. Yet again, it's the same old story of good versus evil. Unfollowed.
Just wondering, is there any sort of beef between you and Miss Black Swan?
Not really, it's just Miss Black Swan is always so composed. I can't help but want to see her trip over.
Owlbert, we've got an intruder in our midst. Looks like she's made her way towards the broadcasting room. You seen anything?
An intruder, you say? Oh, why? Not at all.
Ah, scissors!
Your voice.
Not familiar with the avian voice bolting?
What?
Alright, I'm hanging up. That's it. It's over. It's a wrap. Oh, please. I'm too young for it to be over.
Rest in pieces. He kind of asked for that.